everyone, it's Sophie here from Fellows Auctioneers, and I'm here today to show you some examples of how easy ways you can identify a real Hermès Constance handbag against a fake Hermès Constance handbag. So anyone that is familiar with our current designer collection that is online at the minute will recognise this handbag as being the authentic, as it is listed as lot 144 in the current sale. So the first thing I would suggest looking for when trying to identify whether or not a handbag is real or fake is to have a look at the exterior leather. So looking at this black Hermès Constance here, I can tell you that it's crafted from the softest, smoothest, most luxurious leather. It's very buttery soft to the touch, and there's no doubt that this is made from very, very quality leather. In stark contrast, when feeling the leather on this tan Constance, I'd have to say that it feels extremely plasticky, and it is very thick, and it is extremely grained leather. I would probably go so far to say that this could be embossed because of how deep the grain is, and it just feels very, very stiff. Doesn't feel like very good quality leather at all. Another thing to look for when trying to identify if a handbag is real or fake would be to look at the stitching. If we look at the black Constance, we can see here that the stitching is extremely small and it's extremely even throughout the handbag. You pick any spots and you can compare the stitching, and it's as even and as neat as the next spot. The stitching, however, on this tan Constance is significantly larger. The stitching is very wide. There are very noticeable areas where the stitching is uneven, and there are also areas where the stitching is overlapped on the handle, and that's something that you wouldn't normally see. So that's something also to look for. The fact that we've got two examples of the Hermès Constance with us today obviously allows us to also compare the shapes and the sizes of the handbags. The hardware, the handle anchors on top, the metal anchors, are quite significantly different, and the shapes of these handbags on the whole are quite different. So the tan one is a lot taller, slightly wider as well, and the straps are a lot longer than the black authentic handbag. Now, what I would say when you're looking at Hermès Constance, the easiest way to identify whether the handbag is real or fake is to look at the Clasp fastening. If we look at the black example here, you will notice, if you were to look quite closely at the front of the metal bar, there is always going to be the maker's name engraved on the right hand side. So Hermès, it's very small, but it's engraved on the right hand side of the front there. That's something to always look for. A Constance will always have that. There is also a protective clear plastic back to the metal front bar there, and there are two screws that have flat screw heads in there. If we compare to the tan example, first of all I have to say it's extremely stiff to open, and then once we have it open you will notice that there is no engraving at all on the metal bar. There is also no clear protective plastic, and there are two screws, but they are Phillips head screws. Now that is an automatic red flag when trying to identify whether the handbag is authentic or fake. So that is a few quick ways when looking at Hermès Constance how to check whether a handbag is real or fake. Just a reminder, this Black Constance is currently listed in our designer collection auction. It is lot 144 and it has an estimate of £1,000 to £1,500, and the sale will begin to close on Monday the 23rd of November from 10 AM. Thank you for watching.